Hey folks, it's me Brian. I'm back. I'm back for my second review of tonight. And this is what I'm having. Vixen Irish style red ale. And there's a fox on the label. This comes to you from the Old Busthead Brewing Company, which is based out of Virginia, specifically Vint Hill, Virginia. Now, I've never heard of that. I don't know where that is. It's somewhere in the Old Dominion state, though. There's a picture of Virginia right there. So this alcoholic drink is 5.4% alcohol by volume. 12 ounces, folks. I can't remember what I paid for it. Somewhere in the like $2.99 range, something like that. Here's what the cap looks like. Whoops. That's what the cap looks like. Old Busthead Brewing. Has a little goat here. I'm getting my animals right today. This is a goat. I'm sure this is a goat. And the label reads, our deep amber Irish style red ale has a luster as rich as a thick coated red fox that roams the local wood. Medium body with a clean finish, this Vixen draws you in with its sweet caramel and roasted malts. The tea-like soft bitterness on the back end is so pleasing. You'll be reaching for another glass of this wily brew. Well, folks, I'll be the judge of that. So let's crack it open. We have fox over here in Maryland also. I have some foxes I'll see from time to time in the neighborhood. Real funny story, true story. I saw a fox going down my street a couple of years ago, approximately about 7 o'clock, dusk time, and had a squirrel in its mouth. So it made me think, foxes are faster than squirrels. So this is what this looks like. It is reddish. It's a pretty color. It has about a finger's worth and change of head. A lot of carbonation. This is a very lovely looking red ale, if I would say so myself. The head is foamy and it's kind of like a tannish color. I don't know if you can see that with my camera there. Oops, I hope I didn't spill it out. How's it smell, folks? Whoa, it smells very bitter. I'm getting like pine. Did it say pine? I thought I'd read something about pine. Let's go back to this label. The tea-like soft bitterness, thick coated red fox. So no, I guess it didn't say anything about pine. I guess just the imagery kind of had me thinking about pine. But this smells like pine. It smells like a tree. It smells like a pine tree. Very fragrant. I don't smell any malt or anything like that. Let's see if it tastes like a pine tree. Prost, my friends. So, folks, medium body. It is medium body. And yes, it does have a bitterness on the back end, a very big bitterness. Packs a bitterness punch. It is a little bit too bitter for me. Now, I think their label is very on point. I do believe it does have a tea-like bitterness on the back end. Now it says soft. Now I wouldn't call this bitterness soft. I would call it hard. I would call it accentuated. That that bitterness on the back end. Now it also reads sweet caramel and roasted malt. Now I'm not getting sweet caramel, to be honest, out of this. I've had other ales that have more of a caramel sweet taste than this one. Yeah, I'm not getting sweet caramel. I'm getting some roasted malts, if you will, but nothing really sweet. So how would I rate this? Well, drinkability, I would say yes. But I think it's an average beer. I think it's an average ales. I've had better, I've had worse. This is not anything that I would turn away from. However, I don't think I'll be getting this again. It's decent, it's drinkable. I'm not going to throw it under the bus. I think I was more intrigued by the label, with the fox and the name Vixen. Looks like the fox has gotten into something. There's like feathers all around. I don't know what it got into. Did it eat something? I don't know. But I know that fox down my street, it was eating a squirrel for dinner. It was having a squirrel for dinner, and it was faster than the squirrel. So keep that in mind, folks. When you see a fox, it's faster than the squirrel, and you know how fast squirrels are. And I'd like to say this, a public service announcement. There was a fox on the Capitol that was protecting her kits, and it's a shame. It is a shame that they euthanized it to determine whether it was rabid or not. It seems like all foxes are rabid, right? So if you get bit by a fox, or if a person gets bit by a fox, just assume the worst. All right, why euthanize a fox when they're mostly rabid? I just, every time I hear about a fox biting a human, the fox turns out to be rabid. Okay, and I think people say well, you have to test the brain cells to determine if it was rabid or not. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think they treated the person who got bit by the fox for rabies before they euthanized the fox. So what's the use of even going through that step if you're going to treat them for rabies? I'm just saying, folks. That's all. I'm just saying that, folks. Anyway, folks, Vixen Irish style red ale. I give it a C, 75 out of 100. Drinkability, yes, not sweet enough for me, and hard bitterness on the back end. It's like you left the tea bag in the cup for a long time. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you later. And I'm gonna go finish watching the second half of the Cleveland Atlanta game. Cleveland is up 61-51 at half.